Hey YouTube, almost post 1975. I got a question for you. Yeah, it's one of my boring talky videos that has nothing to do with games, but this subject's kind of, it's annoying me a little at the moment because I'm constantly being challenged by people who don't appreciate the stance that I'm taking and think I'm being unpatriotic. I want to talk about the Olympics. Now obviously the Olympics begins on the 27th of July in London. You know, it's in London, it's this big thing, it's cost the taxpayer billions, you know, and we should all be proud and rally behind this. And if you want to, that's great, it's for you. It's just, I'm probably going to get a ton of hate on this, but I'm going to say, I don't, you know, I'm sorry, don't hate me, I don't care about the Olympics. I don't care about the Olympics. And it's not this one, it's all the Olympics. It just does not do it for me. It's not my bread and butter, it's not what I want to watch. Now, I do need to make a line in the sand here. That does not mean I am cheapening the achievements, the sacrifices that all these athletes have made. You know, the fact that their friends and family have, you know, put up massive sacrifices, the fact that they train at stupid o'clock in the morning to stupid o'clock at night. I appreciate that, I really, really do. I'm not taking anything away from that, nor am I taking anything away from that they are representing the United Kingdom, you know, on the global stage. I am merely making the point that some people can't seem to get their head around that the Olympics isn't for me. I just don't find it interesting. And I don't just mean like, you know, like some people say like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, but I do love track. I don't like any of it. And again, it's nothing personal, it's just not something that I find entertaining. I'm a massive football fan. I absolutely love football. Other people don't. Other people hate it, you know. I am not going to have a go at them for disliking something that I like, or not finding something interesting or engaging to watch that I do. But I don't know, it seems to come to the Olympics and everyone has this really strong, fierce opinion that if you don't, and it's not me saying like I am going out of my way to not fucking watch the Olympics, it's just like, no, I'm not going to watch it, sorry, it's just not me. But people get so sort of fierce and angry and defensive against this, like how dare you not take an interest in your fellow countrymen, you know, you're being unpatriotic, you're everything that's wrong and you're just letting the side down. No, I didn't realise that personal taste when it comes to something like this, mainly and simply because it was in your back door, is sort of no longer relevant in the argument. And that's the other thing I'd like to say. Now that it's in London, apparently I have to care because it's on my, you know, my back door. Dude, I paid for this, you know, I paid for this, so I think I've earned the right to not watch it or care. But to accuse me of sort of being sort of unpatriotic over something like this annoys me. But the thing is, patriotism is kind of interesting in the United Kingdom, isn't it? Because obviously I love the fact that the United States is so patriotic, and Canada, and, you know, Spain, Germany and France. But I guess because when the rest of the world look at us, they see this tiny little island, so they see Great Britain, but I don't guess they necessarily understand what it means, which is we're a collection of three, you know, countries. Just because we're all on the same limited little landmass that happens to be an island, we are three separate individual countries. You know, and I'm fiercely patriotic when it comes to England, you know, but the Great Britain thing, I don't know, I'm not disrespecting the rest of Britain, you know, I got no problem with the Welsh, I got no problem with the Scots, you know, we all live on the same landmass, and I think they probably feel the same way as me, which is they consider themselves Welsh and Scottish before they consider themselves British, which is the point I'm trying to make. I consider myself English before I consider myself British. That's my identity, that's where my passion lies. But this is the other kind of kicker in the argument that I had it today again for the last few days, which is, you know, like, why aren't you going to watch the football at least in the Olympics? Well, why would I? Because, you know, the Euro finals are on, the 2012 Euro finals are on. They begin on, hang on, I should know this because I love football, 8th of June, was obviously the fact that, you know, that's before the Olympics is probably to, you know, to not allow crossover audiences or whatever, but that's where I'll be this summer, that's where I'll be biting my nails, you know, clenching my fists and being, you know, absolutely patriotic and singing for, you know, Queen and country. It's my cup of tea. It's what I want to watch, it's where my passion lies, and I understand that other people don't like it. If they don't like it, fine. I would never make someone watch something they don't want to watch, but that's my point, that apparently we're not allowed to have that sort of get-out clause with the Olympics. Apparently we have to love the Olympics, we have to watch it, and I don't know. I've never suffered so much sort of kind of I wouldn't say abuse, but people arguing, you know, tooth and nail with me for the fact that I have an opinion, which is this: I don't care. You know, I don't know, and I'm not the only person. You know, they say, what is it? 1/3 of people in Britain are going to go abroad specifically during the time of the Olympics to avoid being, you know, the cover, the blanket coverage on TV and stuff like that. And the other thing is, people in London, businesses are relocating outside of London to after the Olympics ends, which has got to be pretty pricey and a massive logistical nightmare, but they're doing so to completely avoid everything that's going to happen with the Olympics. I'm not saying that they're against it, but they're just saying, like, London is going to be a freaking nightmare this summer, you know. I wouldn't wish living in London on anyone this summer, you know. I understand that sacrifices must be made, and athletes and sort of state officials and representatives from different countries will all get, you know, sort of preferential treatment at the expense of the little guy, but, you know, yeah, I wouldn't wish London on anyone this summer. But this is my point, this is my question I want to ask. I'm sorry I've bored you, but do you care about the Olympics? And if you do, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I guess the side question would be, do you care about the Euro finals? But what I'm trying to say is, does the fact that I'm not really particularly interested in something make me unpatriotic? I don't know. To be kind of accused of that, I find it annoying. Anyway, just my thoughts, just my opinions. What do you think? I'll see you later.